Welcome to session 6 of the 7 minutes in 7 days. We're going to focus on breathing to start now. So breathing is a big part of what we do in Pilates and how we put the breathing pattern together with the exercise and movement. So starting first, just in a seated position, find a comfortable position. You can sit on a chair, you don't have to sit on the floor, and just place your hands onto your rib cage. Now, so we're going to focus on how we breathe in to the rib cage. So it's not into your chest and shoulders, it's going to be breathing into your rib cage. So we breathe in, expand the rib cage, and then breathe out, pushing the rib cage together. So we breathe in to expand, and then breathe out to push the rib cage together. So the breathing is down here. A couple more, breathing in, and then breathe out. So I'm breathing into my nose and I'm breathing out through the mouth. Good. Now see if we can do that when we lie down. So I'm going to go into my transition move. So we're doing a couple of exercises lying down on the floor today with arms and shoulders and then focusing on the core muscles too. So if you're ready to come into your roll back exercise, to come down to the floor, you're in a seated position and you're going to roll back into your C curve to find the floor. If it feels like way too much, you hold the back of the knee and you roll, or going to the side, rolling to the side. So I'm going to breathe in and then breathe out, rolling down. Keep the legs down as I place my back into the floor. Place the cushion under the head if you need it. And then bringing the legs in towards the relaxation position. Now here, same exercise breathing. So we're going to breathe into the rib cage, feel the back of the rib cage connect into the floor. And then breathe out, pushing the rib cage down. Feel the stomach muscles pushing down slightly. So I'm breathing into the rib cage. And then breathe out, feeling a bit of stomach muscle connection to here. Now keeping that connection just enough, and then we bring the arms up. We're going to combine shoulder drops with rib cage closure. So the arms are going all the way up towards the ceiling. I'm going to drop the shoulders into the floor, relax the rib cage and the hips and feet. And then we're going to start with both arms and shoulders lifting off the floor and then placing the shoulders back down. So it's gliding with the shoulders coming off the floor, but the head is down, and then glide the shoulders down. So I'm just widening the collarbone on the front. As I take the shoulders down, I just feel the collarbone just soften and widen, and then lift back up again, and then soften the shoulders down. So there's a lot of freedom around the neck, looking straight ahead, and then soften the shoulders down. Now I'm going to go rib cage closure, which is the arms going down. Lift the arms up, taking the arms behind, keeping the wrist straight, bringing the arms back up again, and then taking the arms down by your side. So rib cage closure is trying to keep the ribs from flaring as the arms move back. We're just going to do one more, and then I'm going to combine those two together. And then lift. Now, we're not going to go all the way down. We're going to stay here. So I'm going to lift my shoulders off the floor, placing the shoulders back down, and then taking the arms back, lifting the arms again, and then lift the shoulders. Shoulders go down, and then taking the arms back. The chest is still not flaring. So I'm going to breathe in to lift. Breathe out, soften the shoulders, and then continue breathing out as the arms go back. And then come back up again. So breath in, lift. Breathe out. And then taking the arms back. Let's do two more. So we're breathing in to lift. Breathe out to soften the shoulders. And then taking the arms back. And just think about the space around your chest and the back of the rib cage connecting in towards the floor. And then taking the arms down by your side. Now we go to double leg stretch prep. So double leg stretch is a full-on exercise with a lot of coordination in Pilates. So we're going to start first, which is how to come off the floor with the head and shoulders. So I'm going to bring the hands behind the head. I'm going to remove the cushion now because I'm going to use my hands instead, and lift the elbows, and then you roll yourself up into your curl up position, which is also an exercise. So I'm going to breathe out to lift to make it as easy as possible to come off the floor. Now I'm going to lift up, you're going to stay up and see if we can now extend the arms. So I'm going to take one arm, keep in the position of the head and shoulders, and let's see if we can stretch the second arm as well, keeping the head and shoulders in position, hold, And then taking the arms back, elbows out, and then place the head and shoulders down. So we do that again. So we roll up, stretching one arm to the outside of the knee. Breathe out, stretch the second arm to the outside of the knee. And then just softly bring the hands back without changing the position of the head and shoulders. And then roll back again. So we roll up, extending, reaching through the arm, reaching through the second arm. And I'm bringing one arm down, second arm down, and then taking the head and shoulders down. Now I'm going to create a little bit more weight. So I'm going to do that turning north, breathing out, feeling a connection, lifting one leg up and then keeping it there and keep the hips still. Again, same exercise, lifting up, keeping the leg still, stretching one arm, stretch the second arm, bring them back, elbows slightly out, and then head and shoulders down. Two more. So roll up, lengthen, lengthen, hold, and then bring the hands back in, and then taking the head and shoulders down. So we're still trying to turn north slightly, so we got connection, and then reach, bring the hands back in, still turning slightly north, and then we can relax as the foot goes down, changing leg. So lifting the other leg up, breathe out, feel the connection again, turning north towards your belly button, and then take the hands behind the head. Lift the head and shoulders, stretching one arm out, second arm out, hold, placing the hands back, and then head and shoulders down. Keeping the leg really still, that is our challenge for now. And then we're trying to stretch and keeping the head and shoulders still. When the hands come back, elbows open slightly, head and shoulders down. Breathe out, lift, turning north, 1 and 2, hold position, and then bringing the hands back, and then elbows out, head and shoulders down. Let's do one more. So we roll up, stretching one arm to the outside, second arm to the outside, and then bring them 1 and 2, and then taking the head and shoulders down. And let's just stretch it out. So we let both legs go to the side, keeping the space, arms out, and then roll the knees out to the side, roll the knees back, so it's knees and then the hip. And then roll to the other side again. So softly, not letting the knees drop too quickly to the floor. Let's do one more. Soft back of the shoulders. And the other side. And all we need to do is to come up from here. So you can turn to your side or you can do the transition move again. So I'm going to stretch one leg out. I'm going to take the hands behind the knee. Lift the head and shoulders. Stretch the arms out. And then breathe out as I push forward, lift to the spine, and then back into seated position.